Hi there, Ospreys. Welcome to a special edition of Inside Swoop. I'm Alfred Aaron here with Derek Grossman from ESPN Plus to bring you a special interview this week. How you doing, Derek?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing. Thank you for coming. First question is, can you just explain some of the responsibilities for the club during sporting events?
Okay, so pretty much the club is responsible for producing all the live home, well, all the home games really, and airing it on ESPN Plus. We have over 100 games we have to do each year by mandatory, and pretty much we're there to set up the cameras and then not interfere with the game, but still get everything produced and recorded to the best that we can.
Absolutely. And what are some things you do specifically during game days?
There's numerous roles. I've done almost all of them except for graphics. I've only barely did that for like one game. But there's directing. I recently did that. You're literally in the captain's chair. You're hot punching the camera, switching from which one you feel like the viewer would most prefer to see. There's audio, which is kind of more simple. You just make sure the production sounds good. You don't want crackles or loud mics. There's replay. That's actually the most fun because you actually get to make your own little packages that everyone else can see, from like a slam dunk in basketball to a home run in baseball. And then there's graphics, so like every little thing that you see at like the bottom of the screen to like the score to like the names pop up. It's pre-made for us, but we have to program it to actually have it pop up. So we're doing that. And then, of course, there's camera work, which is fun but can be grueling depending on the sport.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always about proper framing and all that stuff. So.
Okay, well, let's stay on the different sports like you just said. Then obviously basketball is the biggest sport here on campus when it comes to UNF. How is that different, whether it's from volleyball, baseball, softball, things like that?
It's definitely different from a production standpoint. Here we have 2 mounted cams on tripods. They're up in the crow's nest on the 2nd floor. So they're like on the very back 2nd floor bleachers. And then we have 2 shoulder cams, which are our basket cams. So they literally sit in like small chairs, kind of like this. And they're mounted on their shoulder and they're underneath the basket, which it's fun to do. I've done it because like you're up close with the players and it's like fast and intense. But it's also kind of hard because you have like a 40-pound camera on your shoulder. And then like baseball, it's completely different because all the cameras are outside and you can't leave the cameras out there like you could in the arena. So you have to move them to all to the locations that are needed and then break them down and put them away. And it can be kind of grueling.
Absolutely.
And tedious since it's all the way out at the field and our production room is in the arena. And then volleyball, it's 4 stationary cams, and really you just have 1 and 2 next to each other on the 2nd floor balcony, and then 3 and 4 are on the far ends of the balcony trying to get like the hero shots, like of people spiking over the net.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Okay, so you specifically then, what is your favorite sport to cover?
Definitely basketball. I thought baseball would be fun. It's a lot. This is really boring, especially since there's no timer. So it can go on for like 4 hours. Like 2 weeks ago, I literally was there for like 4 hours for one game. It was not fun. I wanted it to end. I just want it to go home. But no, basketball is probably the best because like it's the most action, it's the most contact, it's super fast. Like you can see a dunk and then immediately see another dunk. Like it's probably the most entertaining and most fun to watch.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
And last question is, do you think the club is beneficial, maybe in like a career pursuit, or maybe like is it beneficial at all to you?
I definitely would say it's beneficial. It's helped me a lot on my camera work, especially whenever I did that, and on a technical standpoint, because I've had some experience directing, but not a lot, and it's definitely helped improve it because you're doing it on the fly. So if you see something, like you're pretty much micromanaging everything. So if you see something, you'd be like, all right, camera 2, we're going to you right now, and you're switching to camera 2. Meanwhile, like replays help me creating packages really, because it's pretty much your editing short term. So that's helped me as well. And Audio's kind of helped me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I can barely tell a difference when it comes down to like highs and lows and trebles and stuff like that. So I've always been like have people reach over on the board to turn things, but
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it's helped on a technical standpoint per se
Absolutely.
to make sure everything sounds fine. But like prior to like going to the club, I didn't think anything about sports production. Like I thought I didn't think about it at all having a career in there. But after going to the ESPN club for like the past 6 months, I feel like it's a lot more fun than I thought it could be. Like I don't even have to care about the sport, but just like being out there and producing it is what's fun.
Absolutely.
So I definitely consider now maybe a career in sports production. So
Gotcha. Oh, well, hey,
yeah.
thank you so much for joining us once
No problem.
again.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Well, that's another edition of Inside Swoop. I'm Alfred Nairn. Thanks so much for joining me on Inside Swoop.